Hi everyone, today I'm going live with the Kim Woods, the intuitive business strategist. Kim is not a new guest. We definitely have done lives together before, but I asked to have Kim back to specifically talk to us about the collective consciousness, where we are today as a society. There's so much that's put out in the news about the recession and fear and lack, and I had a great conversation with Kim about this in person. And she predicted a lot of this. Kim is definitely in the woo-woo camp. She has all of this amazing energy, and I'm going to bring her up here right now. Hey, Kim. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. So I don't know if I gave a great intro of you, but I had my headset on. I always do that.
Okay.
So I will reintroduce you.
Okay, perfect.
Everyone, this is the Kim Woods, the intuitive business strategist. Kim is an incredible business advisor, and she leads with intuition and manifesting the life of your dreams. Kim, so much is going on in the world, a lot of conversations and energy around lack, the recession, a lot of fear I'm hearing. And you and I literally had this talk. You actually predicted a lot of this when we were in Kentucky, and I asked you point blank, like, what are we going to see next year? And you said the energy is actually going to get worse.
Yep.
Like, it's going to get worse. People are going to be really fearful, but let's talk about that. What can we do? Do we just sit and say, okay, we're going into recession? This is what it is. What can we do to really protect ourselves and our energy?
Yeah, so that's the thing is that I say about all of that, right? Like it is a reality. However, think about this. Is there a limit? I mean, there is more money in the world than we could possibly have imagined 20 years ago. So how can there be so much money in the world and yet we have to go into lack where we couldn't possibly have that money come to us?
Okay, so and I know we're skipping ahead a little bit. So can we talk about what is lack? Like, why are we
Yeah.
talking about lack in terms of a recession?
Well, think about this. So a recession is when we have like less, things are more expensive. So there's less money that you can have to spend on things that you want, right? So say you make $1,000 a week and now things are twice as expensive, you can buy fewer things, right? So our philosophy is make more. Make $2,000 a week if that's what you need to do. And so people can be saying, well, that's ridiculous in their minds. And what I'm going to then say is that then you have a lack mindset because that is not true, right? So
Yep.
everybody's talking about this recession and yeah, sure, absolutely. Things cost more money. You go to the grocery store, things cost more money. Gas prices have been, up and down, and that's a geopolitical issue. But for yourself, at least like for our clients, what we do is we remove the blocks. So think about this. One person, say the person's name is Jane, right? And then we have a client that's one of mine, that's Morgan. And so with Morgan, what we do is we say, okay, there's $1 million that you both want to make. Well, you could both make $1 million, 100%. You could both make $1 million, just like that, right? What's the difference? One of you is going to remove the blocks to your money and your success, and the other one may not. So really, this is about removing your blocks.
So we can do things through our mindset to actually remove these blocks.
Yeah, so that's the first step. You absolutely can. And, we can think about, okay, well, there's affirmations that we can do. I mean, those are the most tangible, easy things that we're on alive and people could take away right now. And yet we want to get even deeper than that. We want to be able to shift your mindset. We want to be able for you to actually believe that this is true, right? Because so think about that. Francesca, you could say, I make $1 million. You could say that every single day from now until, January 2024. And if you're just saying it and you're not actually opening yourself up to it, then it's going to be an interesting exercise.
So I have been reading and watching a lot of Joe Dispenza.
Okay.
And the main takeaway is how you can you can remember your future. So how we
Yes.
remember our past, like the stories we tell, whether it's, trauma or lack, instead we can remember our future. So, okay, I'm Francesca Witzburg and I'm a billionaire and
Yep.
this is how I live and these are the people that I invite into my life. And so what's your advice for people who get it, who are like, yes, I can manifest, I can visualize, but in this time, in this economy right now, what things should I be doing to practice and actually do more than just affirmations?
Well, okay, so this is why we came up with a brand new quiz. Literally, this is the
I
first.
just took it.
You did? You just take it? Okay. Well, this is the first place I'm announcing it, Francesca. You're the first
Woo!
one.
Oh, exclusive right here.
Right here. The Trademark Attorney. Let's go. So, yeah, what you want to do is you want to find out how your success is being blocked. Because when you find out how your success is being blocked, then you can take steps to remove that block. And so that's why we've developed the skill. What's your number one success blockers? The mind is one part of it, but there are two other parts of it. And you want to find that out, and you want to find, we then, give you secrets on how to do that, because you want to be able to move into more tangible results. Right? You don't want, remembering your future is phenomenal. I love that exercise. It's a really great one. And you want to bolt that in with other things too.
Amazing. Okay, so let's talk about the quiz, because I know this quiz has been around, but it's totally revamped and new. I love it. So what are the key things that, like, what are the key drivers that you're looking for, like behind the scenes? What are things that the questions are really tailored to?
We want to know whether your mind is your biggest block, because most of us think that, if you are having self-doubt and you are really into that, oh my God, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I can't make any more money, then mind games most likely will be your first block. However, that's just the first one sometimes. But you may have done lots of exercises, Joe Dispenza and other people, where you're like, well, no, I really have a positive mindset. I have a positive mindset. I'm saying the affirmations, I'm doing all the things, and yet I don't have the results I'm looking for. Well, this is where you want to get under the covers of that. And you can look, because I will ask you, are you still in that competitive space where if someone is really successful and they're doing something and it looks easy, do you get a little jelly? Do you get that little FOMO? Do you feel, because now we're in the feeling space, do you feel a little left out? Are you worried that you're going to be left behind? Because that's another layer that we want to peel away. And then there's a third one. You want me to go into the third one too?
Oh yeah, I want to know.
You want to know all the things. You want to know all the things. Okay. So then the third one is, sometimes you're getting results and then you're not getting results, and you're getting results and you're not getting results. And you're like,
I'm there.
right? Like, and you're like, I am so sick of the roller coaster. I want the growth to be building on itself. I don't want to be like this.
I tell my husband that I feel like I'm running a sprint. I hit a stride and then I fall flat on my face.
Yeah, 100%. So that's what we call the controlled chaos. And that is where you may be pushing your prosperity, your money, and your success away because you don't really believe it. You haven't trusted enough in order to be able to say, I got this. There's still that lingering, like, no, but I have to do it myself. Or, if I give it to somebody else, they're not going to do it right. Or this isn't really the right way. Maybe I need to read.
Like the upper limit problem.
It's 100%. That's exactly what it is. 100%. Yep. You kind of reach that point, and a lot of times people will reach it like this, but other times people reach it and they bang against it. So that's why we love talking about, like, okay, we have affirmations, we have these tools that we can use, but you really need to get into that under the covers of it and recognize where you want to focus your energy. Because guess what? If you have a positive mindset, doing affirmations is not going to really be helpful for you anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Whereas, and if you have connections, because I know, Francesca, you're so good with the connections. So tell me, which result did you get? Tell me.
I got the heart one.
The heart twist one?
Yes. Can we talk about it for my other heart twist after? And Kim, where can people go so they don't forget? I can even pin it.
Yes. So honestly, I would love it if one of I can see Tammy's on here. So Tammy is going to totally hook us up. She's going to drop the link in.
Yeah, have her comment. I'll pin it.
Yeah, perfect. Because of course, this is so new. I didn't even send a link to you when we talked about doing this.
Amazing.
Yeah, so good. So good. Yeah, so do you want to talk about the heart twist a little
Yeah,
bit?
what's the heart twist?
Yeah, so basically what you're still in the comparison game,
Okay.
right? So think about this. This is what I started to say before. If
Yeah.
if two people, so say, okay, for example, I just sold $210,000 in the
I
last two
saw.
weeks without a launch. I just did it. Yay.
Amazing.
Why? Because I wanted to. I mean, that
But
sounds
you
audacious to
really
say.
wanted to, like
Yeah, I really wanted to.
deeply.
Yeah, I did. So I looked and I was like, oh yeah, okay, so we're just gonna do that. So because I sold $210,000 in the last 2 weeks, doesn't have anything to do with you. You could sell $420,000 in 2 weeks. Are you still looking and being like, I'm super happy for her, and I wish I had that myself?
Okay, obviously I'm super happy for you, but I want to know like what I need to do.
Right.
That's the reality is like I believe in abundance 100%. I believe that there's no limit on money. There's no competition.
Yeah.
But you know, I totally agree that, and I know I'm not alone in this. There's a lot of other heart twists. I guess it's hard for, you know, people who feel like you're doing all the things and you want to see results immediately, but like it's not happening.
Yeah, I know. So with the heart twist one, what ends up happening is your heart kind of twists away from being completely open to the possibility, to the connection, to the availability. So maybe even on a sales call or when you're in a group or something like that, you may be, I'm not saying you are, but you may be a little bit like, well, why isn't that me? Or like, what is she doing that I'm not doing, and what do they do? Why is it so easy for them and it's not so
Yeah.
easy for me? Yeah. i'm
Yeah.
gonna tell I'm gonna tell you, no, don't do that. Like, literally, don't. There's
Okay.
no comparison. There's absolutely no comparison whatsoever. When you do find that, say to yourself, it's going to be easier for me. I'm going to do twice that.
So because okay, like this is so interesting. Like for those of you that don't know Kim, Kim's woo woo. Kim like is all the things. So this is real. This is her reading energy and through the quiz. But like the other day, I was a question I asked, as someone asked that, what do you do when you see competitors or celebrities? Like how do you deal with the competition? And for me, like I literally don't believe in competition. The
Yep.
only competition I have is in between myself. But I look at other people, like I'm reading Warren Buffett's biography. Like I'm obsessed with learning the secrets of what other people have done.
Yep.
So I guess what I'm implicitly doing, and I didn't even think about it, is I'm comparing myself to them.
Yeah. So what you want to do, you can still do that. I mean, you're so great at connecting with people, and wanting to learn new things and read new things. But honestly, it's almost as if the energy is passing you by. Like it's available for them, but have you, because I'm going to get a little woo right now, but have you completely moved the energy into yourself?
Oh, no.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So let's think of a really great, easy way to do that. You could literally do like a vision board on Pinterest, or you could think about, like, you want to actuate it a little bit. You want to get creative with it. You want to feel it. That basically what I'm saying is you want to feel it. Like, what would it feel like? Have you done that? Have you done like
No,
the, yeah,
I can't. And so it's so interesting. Like it's not interesting, Kim. You are who you are for a reason. You made 200,000 because this is real. Like, but like, so when I try to do the remembering the future and manifesting, like I can't see it.
yeah.
I
So,
can't
okay.
actually see myself. I don't know the house I'm gonna live in. I don't know what my life's gonna look like. I don't know what my wardrobe is gonna be like. It's hard.
Okay, why is it hard?
I just feel like, how are you supposed to see a future?
Okay, so there you go. You just answered your own question, right? Okay, so what if it wasn't the future? What if it was already here?
So like I have to think if like there was like $1 billion in my bank account today, how
Yeah,
I would live and where I
yeah,
would live.
yeah. And here's the thing I want to say is that, and I don't want to know how much money is actually in your bank account, but can you actually, is the $1 billion realistic to you from a belief perspective, right?
Well, like yes, from a belief perspective, I'm very ambitious goals.
Yep.
But like in this, I don't see, I can't like actually imagine it, like see myself, which is hard. Or I just see it being
Yes.
the same. I just see this like, okay, like literally if
So,
today in my bank account I had what I wanted, I think, I don't know, would I move? Would I buy things? Like, I don't know.
okay, but that's the key to it, right? So this is where again our belief, our mind is the first step, but then it's like the feeling of it, like actually feel it. So I'll be honest with you, I don't want $1 billion in my bank account because with $1 billion in my bank account means I need to get a family office, I need to open a
You
foundation
need
or
multiple
two.
businesses.
I don't look at my face. I'm like, I don't want to do that. But for me, like $100 million, oh, I jive with that. Like I really jive with that because then I can think about, okay, how many properties would I have or would I? What would I do from a work perspective and how much would I invest in that? What would I do in investing in other companies? What would I do lifestyle wise? I mean, I really want a personal jet. That's really my thing. So that's why you need
I'm
to get to that
coming.
number because honestly, without that, I really would love and adore like 35, but then you can't really have your own jet. So
So then what do
I,
you do? What do you do in your visualizations?
so it's more than visualizing. Oh,
Okay.
I am actually like, I am feeling it. I am living it. So here's what you could do is do something that you believe is a very high value thing. And it could be anything. It could be buying a bracelet that you adore, or it could be like going to a certain hotel or having dinner at a certain place, or buying that one designer thing, and actually do that. And then while you're doing it, this is the key, don't be worried about how much you're spending on it. Right? So like the key is to be like, oh, that's so great that we just had a $500 meal. Again, I'm only matching it to the number, right? Like to
Yeah.
get you to the higher number. For someone else, it could be a $40 meal. Like this doesn't, it doesn't matter. Money doesn't know its own value. We're the ones that give it value.
Yeah, but actually, so but the point is do things that make you like go where the million and billionaires go and do some of those things without putting you out of crazy amount of pocket, but
Right.
like for living.
But yeah, exactly. So you get that experience. And you could even do it where you do something at home as a meal, but you get out your good china and you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
don't have
I
to
love
spend,
that.
right? You don't have to spend a lot of money, but think about this. You just said a number that is very significant. If you had said to me, $1 million, I would be telling you different things.
Yeah, no, I have big goals. I like, but whether it's a million or a billion, like I think the exercise is the same. And
Yep.
but also I think, Kim, you said something of value, like for me, like when or not even now, right?
Yeah.
Like if like having that in my life, I I think I would be less intrigued by bags and clothes and and luxury stuff. Like maybe more luxury experience, but like it's really interesting. My mindset kind of changes. I would go to orphanages and
Yes.
volunteer and
Right.
speak and do like a speaking tour. So like I'm gonna email an orphanage today and like go
That's
speak.
That's the key, because think about, you're right, because a lot of people come to us and say, I do want to make more money so I can have ease, I can have time off, I can have vacations, I can help other people. So what they tell me, whatever it is, the reason why, that's what we go into when we start opening up.
That was in your quiz.
That was in my quiz, I know.
So I think I picked the one that said I want prosperity for my friends and family, and to I want like the freedom and to support my friends and family. Like that's truly it. I want a beach house where I can have clients come once a summer and like have you there, Kim, and
I would love
really
that.
just spend quality time with the people in my life.
Absolutely. So then the key, two things I'm going to say. I want you to change your word want to desire, because that shifts the energy.
Mm.
Desire opens, wants pushes it away.
Okay, I
There's
need
a
to take
tip.
notes.
Yep, tip.
I'll
There's a tip.
rewatch.
And then the other one is, while you're enjoying friends and family, and while you're doing these things, because it is about people and connection for you, be envisioning yourself in with a different bank account. Because one of the blocks to success, honestly, Francesca, is that we're afraid we're going to lose ourselves.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
I
some
see that. I think that's like the upper limit problem for sure.
upper limit problem, right?
Or the people in your life and your family who are like, wait, what are you doing? Like, wait, Kim, you have a private jet. Like, it's a little intimidating.
It's maybe, but it depends on how you. One of my friends has one. Like, it just depends on how you react to it, right? So that's the key too. That's what I was getting at too. Like, one of my friends has one. I'm like, you would have. I don't care. Like, how does it affect my life? Not at all. I'll be honest with you, right?
I could see how people though are like nervous or fearful that it could, or even just like not even the act, like thinking these thoughts like could be off-putting.
Exactly. This is why we talk about removing the blocks, because we may have a subconscious, energy going on that is like, oh, but then I'd be selfish, or oh, then people wouldn't like me. Oh, I might lose the people in my life. That's where we get to when we're removing blocks.
Wow, Kim. Okay, this is obviously just like a 20-30 minute live. Like, this has been amazing, and I took your quiz. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's pinned in the link. Exclusive. Awesome. Kim Woods. But how can people work with you? How can do you do one-on-ones? Do you have like services? I know you
Absolutely. Because we just shared a post. That's what you were referring to, is the post I just shared. And honestly, I did it because everybody was talking about like, oh my God, I have to lower my prices. Oh my God, I'm not going to get clients. And I was like, absolutely not. That is absolutely untrue. And so that's when we talked about one of our clients made $48,000 on Friday. I talked about my 210 in the last 2 weeks. Another client doubled her income from 35,000 a month to 70 in the last 9 weeks. I wanted to make it like it's here right now. It's not like a year ago or anything else like that. So these are clients that are working with us one-on-one. If you go into my LinkedIn bio at Kim Woods channel, right here on Insta, go on LinkedIn bio, you can get the connection call. Book a call, come in, I will talk to you for 20 minutes and I will help you determine whether we're a good fit or not.
Wow, you would do exactly what we did.
Yeah, exactly.
In this live. That's so amazing. I do the same thing too. I think that shows, this is like a side note, I think the fact that you give so much in that call is how you also don't live in lack. Like, and if that person isn't a right fit, at least you gave so much to that person and now you've sent them on your way. And then you're very intentional with the people who are a right fit. You attract them because you're a magnet, and they will book a call through you. So I think it's just like a side note tip for anyone who like debates whether or not they should have free calls or not.
Oh, I meet so many great people on our calls, right? Because again, I mean, I get to have a conversation with you. We get to determine together whether we're going to work together or not. I know a lot of people that we can refer to. You might not want to work with me. You might want to work with my team, or you might not be ready yet. And we have so many places where we are. We have a Facebook group. We've got a LinkedIn newsletter. We've got a group out there. I'm live everywhere. I'm live like 3 times a week, I think. So yeah, there's lots of ways to find us.
You're just putting like really good energy out there, and I'm very happy that you had that messaging, that this is not the time to cut costs. This is not the time to lower your pricing. If anything, it's the time to increase it and to value yourself and get better clients.
Exactly. And what I always say to people, and I've said it, whether the economy, quote unquote, is good or the economy is not good. And that's a misnomer. I just did the air quotes on that.
Yeah.
It's when you value yourself and you value your offerings, the number doesn't even matter.
So true.
So yeah, it doesn't. And I know that hands down, I mean, I could come up with 100 examples if we had more time, but we don't. So we'll just have to, leave that comment there. But what I do want to leave people with is that you are worth it. Whatever it is you're charging, whatever it is you do, you are worth it. And when you know that deep down inside, that's when people say yes.
I love that. Know your worth.
Yes.
And know, like, and
trust yourself. Absolutely. And this quiz is based on that, but it's a very easy to digest. Hopefully it was fun. Was it a fun quiz?
It was great. I didn't
Yay.
even get a chance to check the results in the email. I just watched the video and got my heart twist result, but I will do
Awesome.
that after the call.
Yeah, you're gonna love the guide. We did. We point out a lot of things. We give away yummy things in the guide.
It's amazing. Thank you, Kim, for always, giving so much value. And for those of you that don't already follow Kim, follow Kim. You can click the little arrow at the top of this if you're watching live, or you can go to @KimWoods official.
Channel. Kim Woods channel.
Kim Woods channel. And where else, Kim?
Where else? If you want to follow me on Facebook, it's the same. It's Kim Woods channel. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, it's Kim E. Woods. But go to the website kimwoods.com, and you could either book a call there. You could see what the offerings are. You could read the blog. You can get insight because we do the forecasting every month. We do it at the top of the year. You can find out what's going on.
It's amazing. Thank you for building this space for people to really discover their true selves, remove their blocks, and just live their best life in business.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me, Francesca.
Thanks, Kim. We'll see you back. And everyone, thanks so much. This is the Trademark Attorney, and I go live once a week, every Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. So we will definitely see you back. And thanks. Bye.